With dwindling pre-orders for Activision's Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, it would seem as though EA is looking to take the first-person shooter market by storm with the release of Battlefield 1 and shortly after, Titanfall 2. Though these two games are part of the same genre, it's clear that they cater to two different kinds of players. While Battlefield 1 caters to the more realistic and methodical FPS fan, Titanfall 2 clearly seems to be more for the fan of the classic COD run-and-gun action. While you could say that EA has both markets of the genre locked up, one has to look at Titanfall's history and question whether or not it will actually be able to tap into the fanbase of the popular juggernaut known as Call of Duty. I remember initially seeing the trailer for Titanfall and being rather excited to play a new game designed by the original creators of Call of Duty. However, I, like many other gamers, found myself putting Titanfall down after only a few weeks and going back to my preferred titles. A common issue amongst fans was the inclusion of bots in the multiplayer as well as the lack of content and variation in gameplay due to a limited number of combat options. We were used to being able to fly jets and ride tanks or go on foot in Battlefield, and we were used to having different killstreak and perk combinations in Call of Duty. While Titanfall added Titans, which was refreshing at first, there just wasn't enough game there to keep us engaged. The question on my mind now is whether or not Titanfall 2 will address these issues and provide us with the variation in gameplay that is standard in today's FPS market, or if it'll just be more of the same and end up flopping. In addition to everything I've already stated, we can't ignore the fact that a game's release date plays a massive role in how well it's going to perform on the market. You never want to release your title next to juggernauts like Grand Theft Auto or COD. Unfortunately, EA has not only elected to release Titanfall in between the release date of two of these huge titles, but they've also chosen to potentially cannibalize sales between Titanfall 2 and Battlefield 1. Perhaps their approach was to have Titanfall 2 directly compete with Activision's title due to the thematic and gameplay similarities, and then have Battlefield 1 remain on its own. If this was their logic, I'd have to say I disagree with it, and I believe that a release date somewhere around February through April would have been better, so as to prevent direct competition with Call of Duty and prevent cannibalizing sales between Titanfall 2 and Battlefield 1. Also, this would capitalize on the yearly drought of new FPS titles that always occurs during that time. It remains to be seen whether or not Titanfall 2 will actually be able to reinvigorate itself and become a staple franchise in the minds of gamers, but with the beta launching soon, it won't be long until gamers get to decide firsthand what the fate of Titanfall 2 will be. My name is DeadDrop. Please leave a rating if you feel so inclined, please subscribe if you haven't already, and follow me on Twitter. And with that being said, I hope you guys have a good day, and thank you for watching.